Welcome back to Legalese 123, where we are covering cases across America. Hello and welcome back to Legalese 123. I'm your host, Missy K. I hope you're doing well. It is the afternoon on Monday, the 23rd of March. We are in the middle of the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. Kelsey Fitzsimmons is on trial for assault with a deadly weapon on June 30th. She was being served with a 209A restraining order from her fiance. They had had an argument earlier that week. She had come home with the baby. She was taking care of the baby. They were supposed to meet in the park. There's a whole bunch of text messages between her and Justin. That's her fiance. And things just were not going well between the two of them. He had made some statements that he thought that she was going to take the baby to New Hampshire. Something happened. He ended up getting a restraining order against her. They needed to take the baby away from her. Plus, they were coming to take her guns away. She is a North Andover police officer. She was due to go back to work after being on maternity leave. She was going to be back a couple of days later on July the 3rd. She was with her baby, and she had been to the police station earlier that day because she was doing CPR training. Long story short, we heard this morning from Lieutenant Daly. He was the one that met with Justin in the lobby, got the restraining order. 3 officers went to her house. Something happened. She was in the bedroom with Officer Noonan, and she got shot. So she is being on trial for assault with a deadly weapon. Noonan says that she pointed the gun at him. She says she pointed the gun at herself. She was going to unalive herself. Did Lieutenant Daly, along with Justin Aylaian, create a hostile environment? That is a question. I don't know if we're going to be able to get more into that, but Breda let Daly go a little bit, where I thought he should have honed in a little bit more about that hostile environment. So now they are back from lunch. We're going to get right back into it and see who our next witness is up for the day. They took a lunch break. And so we are going to come right back. All right. Let us bring this up. The judge is at the bench saying something.
Right, before the Commonwealth calls its next witness, I want to just make sure that the media folks and our audience members are we're all on the same page. My order, my media order that I issued this morning specifically says that when I leave the bench, cameras go off, recordings go off, audio goes off. Okay, so please just make sure that that happens. You're only to film while we're in session, and only to record audio or broadcast audio while we're in session. All right, Commonwealth, you can call your next witness.
Yes, Judge. Before our next witness, the Commonwealth offers a copy of the restraining order that the North Andover Police served on the defendant.
Any objection? Okay, maybe admitted as an next exhibit.
Restraining order in place.
Exhibit 74, Omar. And Courtney Aylaian-her.
Courtney Aylaian is up next. Courtney is the sister of Justin. She was the one that we saw in the video. Okay, I don't even know that. All right. Oh, my nose itches, and I'm about ready to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. All right, here we go. Okay, witness number 2. Courtney Aylaian.
Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear.
Hopefully they don't call her alien.
Given this cause now at hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God. Thank you.
You may have a seat, thank you.
How old is she? She looks like she's 12. I'm sure she's not 12.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
In a nice loud voice, if you could please state your name and spell your first and last name for the record.
Courtney Aylaian, Courtney
And do you pronounce your last name Aylaian?
Yes,
How old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
In what city do you live?
28.
Stowe, Massachusetts.
Where did you grow up?
Stowe, Massachusetts.
And did you go to school in Stowe?
Yes, I went to all of my childhood schooling in Stowe. I went to high school in Bolton, Massachusetts at a regional high school.
What do you do for work?
I work in software sales.
And do you have siblings?
I do. I'm the youngest of 4.
And if you could please state your siblings' names and their ages from oldest to you.
Sure. Brendan Aylaian is 34. Justin Aylaian is 32. Ashley Aylaian is 30.
And you are?
I am 28.
Thank you. I'd like to focus on your brother, Justin.
Yes.
What's your relationship like with him?
Justin has been one of my best friends for as long as I can remember. He's been an incredible older brother. He's been very, I would say the first word that comes to mind is kind. Justin is probably the kindest person I know. He is loyal to the people he loves.
The next question, please.
Sure. Are you aware that he was engaged to be married at some point?
Yes.
And around when did he become engaged, if you know?
Sometime after August of 2024.
Okay. And do you know who he was engaged to?
Kelsey Fitzsimmons.
And have you had the opportunity to spend time with Justin and Kelsey Fitzsimmons?
Yes, I have.
And do you see her in the courtroom here today?
I do.
If you can please point her out and describe an article of clothing she's wearing.
She's right here in front of me. She's wearing a pink, some sort of blazer.
Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness that identified the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know when the wedding was supposed to be?
The wedding was supposed to be in October of this past year.
October 2025?
Yes.
And was it ultimately canceled?
Yes, it was.
I'd like to direct your attention to the weekend of June 28th and June 29th, 2025.
Objection.
Grounds?
Relevance, 403.
Okay, so let's take it a question at a time, okay? All right, next question.
Did you go somewhere that weekend?
Yes, we went to Bethel, Maine.
And who is we?
Myself, the groom's party and the bridesmaid party. So Kelsey, Justin, myself, my sister, Katrina, Michelle, Deandra, Cassie, Maddie, Kelsey's sister. I don't think I'm missing anyone for females. On the groom side, it was both my brothers, Brendan and Justin, his friends Aiden, Dave, her brother Will, Hunter. That might be everyone from the parties.
Okay. So remember, Tim Bradel said, listen, Judge, the Commonwealth wants to get into all of this backstory and have it be, they said it was supposed to be a simple trial, but they want to go into this backstory of all the crap that happened at the bachelorette party, etc., and the infighting between Justin and Kelsey. And Bradel's like, that's not what this is about. This is about what happened in her house in the bedroom on June 30th. All this stuff before this is not relevant. And so Bradel stood up and said, 403, Your Honor, relevancy, this is not good. And so Your Honor is that we'll take it case by case here. Each question.
And was it kind of was it a Jack and Jill bachelor party?
It was a Jack and Jill bachelor party, yes.
And did the weekend end early?
Yes, it did.
And did you go home?
Yes, I fled the house.
For just exploring this, judge, is,
Okay.
they're not allowed to open this door. This is an assault involving an officer and my client.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's just argue this at side. Let me hear you at sidebar only so that we don't have to have the witness leave. I'll see everyone at sidebar.
All right, sidebar count is 2. I don't want to have too many sidebars, but let's have a sidebar on this. All right, so what is happening is that the Commonwealth, again, is trying to get into this, right? And Bradel is exactly right on point. Commonwealth's trying to get in. He's like, they're trying to open up the door here. They're trying to set up a foundation for this, Your Honor. This is not what happened. We're not getting into this. Bradel is 100% correct. Let's see if Bradel gets to keep it out.
I have
Kaden.
in, I believe,
And unfortunately, we have no Zoom room. See, did you win, Mr. Bradel? Let's see.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Is it true that you drove home to Stowe on Sunday of that weekend?
yes, if that is the, sorry, I'm trying to think of the days, yes. I stayed at a hotel the night before.
And then ultimately on Sunday, you went to your house in Stowe?
Correct.
And did you have without telling me what the conversation was about, did you have a conversation with Justin on that Sunday?
Yes,
And then did you again have a conversation with Justin the next day, which was Monday, June 30th?
yes,
And as a result of that conversation, did you go somewhere?
absolutely.
Where did you go?
We drove to his friend Hunter's house.
And who is Hunter?
Hunter is Justin's friend who he knew through the fire academy.
And where does
Is Hunter one of the people that broke into Kelsey's home?
Hunter live?
Hunter is in, I believe it is still in North Andover where he lives.
And is that where you drove on June 30th?
Correct.
And who did you drive with?
I drove my car alone. I met Justin there after he called me.
And did you, was anybody else at Hunter's house?
Did you see the text messages between Kelsey and Justin that day? Justin kept telling her that he couldn't come and meet her and the baby because he didn't have his wallet and he didn't have gas money, and that he was waiting for his sister or somebody to come, his mother, his sister, somebody to come and pick him up. But she just said that he met her at Hunter's house. How did he get to Hunter's house?
And is that where you drove on June 30th?
Correct.
And who did you drive with?
I drove my car alone. I met Justin there after he called me.
And did you, was anybody else at Hunter's house that day?
Yes, it was Hunter, myself, and two of her friends, two of Kelsey's friends, Michelle and Katrina, who were very concerned.
Okay, without talking about what was said, did you and Justin at some point go somewhere alone?
Yes,
Where did you go?
we went to, I'm not sure which courthouse it was. We went to a courthouse
And what was the purpose of you and him going to the courthouse?
to file, so he could file for an emergency restraining order and custody
And get custody of
of
whom?
Caden.
And who's Kaden?
Caden is Justin's son.
And how old was he at the time?
He was right around 4 months, I believe, at the time.
Did you have any familiarity with restraining orders?
No.
What did you do when you got to court?
When we got to court, Justin went to the desk and told them the situation, said he believed his son was,
Sustained. Next question.
Did you help Justin fill out a form?
per the clerk's advice, yes, Justin was shaking.
And where did you go from there?
From there, we drove to the North Andover Police Department.
And what did you do at the police department?
We both walked in and I spoke with a couple of her lieutenants daily. I'm not sure who exactly was I was speaking to. And I told them that I thought she would.
Sustained.
And without telling me what you said, did you give the police something?
I didn't hear the
Did you give the police a copy of the restraining order?
It was faxed to them, yes.
And did the police,
Objection, non-responsive.
Overruled.
and did you stay at the police station for a period of time?
Yes.
And what happened next?
We were at the police station praying and we got a call from one of the lieutenants saying that Caden was safe and to come to the house and get him.
And what house were you going to?
125 Phillips Brooks Road.
Had you been to that house before?
I have.
How did you get there?
We had driven separately, so we both drove our cars to the house.
So you drove your car and Justin drove his car?
Correct.
And did you, approximately
How did he get there? He didn't have his wallet, so he's driving without a driver's license. Plus, he has no gas money. So he lied to Kelsey that day. Well, I mean, we already know that, but
how long were you waiting at your car and Justin drove his car?
We had driven separately, so we both drove our cars to the house.
So you drove your car and Justin drove his car?
Correct.
And did you, approximately how long were you waiting at the police station before you got that call?
It was much quicker than we thought, probably 20 minutes maybe. I could be a little off, but 20 minutes,
And about how long did it take you to get from the police station to 125 Phillips Brooks Road?
not long, like less than 10 minutes.
And what happened once you got there?
We got there, we were welcomed in the door by an officer. He said Kelsey's upstairs getting some clothes for Caden.
Your Honor, motion straight.
Okay, without telling me what the officer
All
said.
right, hold on, there's an objection. Overruled. Next question.
You said you were let inside by a police officer. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then what happened when you went inside?
Lauren, Kelsey's mom, was holding Caden. She was angry. She said to Justin, Kelsey is fine.
Objection.
Justin's,
Sustained.
Hearsay.
All right, and you don't, no one expects you to know these legal rules, but unless you're specifically asked, you can't repeat what people told you.
Okay.
All right, thanks very much.
of course, Your Honor.
So you go inside, you and Justin go inside,
Yes.
and then you saw, who did you see?
Lauren Page was holding Caden,
And,
just
and who's Lauren Page?
Kelsey's mother.
Okay, and you and her had a conversation. Yeah.
Justin and her did.
Okay, and then what happened? And she was holding the baby?
Yep.
And then what happened next?
She handed Caden to Justin. Justin then handed Caden to me. And I said, why don't I take a step outside? I wanted to avoid a confrontation. So we took the carrier, the baby car seat. We walked outside
And so you took Aiden in your arms
in my arms.
and you walked outside.
Yes.
And did Justin walk out with you?
Yes.
And did Justin take anything with him?
He took the carrier, the car seat.
Okay. And at that point, did you make a phone call?
I did.
Who did you call?
I called my mother.
Okay. And this is while you were outside.
Yes.
And then what happened next?
There were gunshots that went off.
And how do you know that they were gunshots?
It was, I've been shooting before. I know what a gun sounds like. There were several gunshots and an explosion sound because they, I believe, had hit the air conditioner. There was a lot of smoke coming out of the window.
Objection, Your Honor, there's no personal knowledge of any of this.
Right.
Is this what you saw or
I saw the smoke.
overruled?
And where were you standing when you heard the gunshots?
I was near the side where the school parking lot is. I was next to our cars in the yard
And
on the property.
approximately how many you said gunshots plural, how many did you hear?
There were at least two.
And then after you looked back at the house and you saw the smoke?
I was right in front of the house, yes.
And what did you do next?
I knew I needed to run. I started to back up and I was scanning the house, just praying to see Justin come out. Sorry, I'm trying to say what I'm not supposed to, I guess, say here, but I feared he was not coming out of that house.
So
And
where did you go?
Objection.
I backed up.
Sustained, I'll strike it.
Judge, I object to the further line questioning, and witness can't follow the rules. I ask you to strike the entire testimony.
Okay, overruled. All right, I know you're nervous. Everyone gets nervous. Just listen to the question and just answer just the question.
Okay,
Go ahead.
apologies, Your Honor.
Where did you go after you heard the gunshots?
I ran. I put my arms around Caden and I ran through the school parking lot and was looking for somewhere to hide. And I cut into a neighborhood and looked back and didn't see anyone. So I cut behind a house and hid behind trees and I waited.
And sometime shortly thereafter, did Justin come and pick you up?
Yes.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Yeah.
No further questions.
Okay. So what's at stake here, right? She made a lot of statements that were sort of not asked questions, etc. This is a heated battle, right? There is he's not 4 months old now. I think he's going to be almost a year now. There's a baby at stake here, right? And you have a domestic situation where you have two parents wanting the same thing. They don't get along. So there's a huge domestic dispute here. And it's sad. There's no winners. There's no winners whatsoever. And when two people don't get along and there's a baby involved, it gets messy. So it's messy right now. It's messy with this case because if she gets convicted, right, then primarily Justin and his family can file for full custody of the baby. And they get full custody if she's convicted and she goes to jail, right? So their interests lie with send Kelsey to jail. Kelsey's interests say, no way, Jose, I don't want to go to jail and I want my baby back. And then they're going to have to fight it out through family court as to who gets the baby, etc. So emotions are very hot, and this is not good. And I just hope that at some point in time, everybody can come together for the good of the baby and say, we're going to try to make things copacetic. Hopefully everything's works out. But you innocent until proven guilty. How's that? All right. It is Tim Bradle's turn to go ahead and redirect her. And we'll see how this goes. She's going to be hostile. She does not like him.
Couple of questions, Your Honor, if I may. Ma'am, you said you were let into the property?
Yes,
Who let you in?
one of the officers.
And how did that go?
In what sense?
Did you ring the bell? Did Justin ring the bell? Did you knock on the door? Did he break the door in? What happened?
He did not break the door in. The officer opened the door for us. I don't recall if we called him or if he saw us pull in, but we did tell him we were on our way.
Show her the video, because that's not what happened. Justin just went the fudge muffin inside. Nobody let you inside, honey.
He was expecting us.
And which officer opened the door for you?
I don't remember. I think it was Daly, but I do not remember.
Have you seen any video of how you went into the house?
I have not, no.
Judge, I'm going to ask that we play a clip that's in our exhibit, our thumb drive, if I may.
Bring on the video.
Exhibit 74?
Yes.
Sure.
Right. So I find this another bone of contention is that Justin just came right on in. If it's a hostile situation, right? It's a hostile you're hot. It's a hostile situation. Justin said these things to you beforehand. And here it is. He just willy-nilly walks to the house. You did not secure that house. That house was hot and hostile. Just my 2 cents. Are we having technical difficulties again?
Don't worry about it. We need our ID. Can I just make a note that is on the screen is different than what was on exhibit?
Yes,
Hold on, please let me finish. It's different than what was on exhibit 74. I just want to make sure, however you do it, that ultimately I have what you're playing.
Sure.
Okay, so if it's just a different format and it's already on 74, no problem.
So, Judge, you're a step ahead. I was just confirming with counsel that this particular one is not on there, but I was just gonna. I'm sorry. Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. I guess it is on there. I thought it was.
Yeah, you
Sure that it gets in.
playing something over and above what is on 74. Let's just
We'll
mark
make sure
get
that it gets in,
evidence.
and you have a thumb drive. All right, thank you. So, do you see what's depicted on the screen, ma'am?
I do,
Do you recognize it?
I do.
And this is the porch area of 125 Phillips Brooks Road, correct?
It is.
Okay. Can you play? So where's the
There we go.
officer that let you in?
He was right behind that door. I do not recall the exact scenario. He was right at that door.
So you walked in without anyone letting you in her house, didn't you?
I don't know that I could say that because the officer was right
Did you see
behind it.
anybody on there letting you in?
I can't see the other side of the door.
So you're already in the house by that time. You walked in the house all by yourself, didn't you? With your brother?
So when I've gone to their house before, I typically go in that doorway and then knock at that door there.
You walked right in, didn't you?
I don't know. There was an officer
Well, you
right
saw it.
behind
What did
it.
you see on the video?
I walked in. I'm not sure if an officer was right behind it, opening that too, because I
Nothing.
know he was at the door.
But I'll offer that, it's not in, but I believe it's in the thumb drive.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Say that again?
I believe that clip is in the thumb drive, but if we find out it's not, I would offer it to them.
It is.
Okay, all right, thank you. Is there any redirect?
No, thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. You may step down. And, someone can call your next witness.
All right, Justin is up next. Ooh. All right, witness number 3 is Justin. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Okay.
Oh, he's got a nice little suit on. This is going to be hot,
Right
hot,
hand,
hot
please solemnly
contention.
swear that the testimony you're about to give in this cause now hearing shall be the truth.
Do you
the whole
smoke
truth,
weed,
and
Mr.
nothing but the truth,
Aylaian?
so help you God. I do.
Get up and you can have a seat.
Did you break into Kelsey's house, Mr. Aylaian?
I mean, sir, in a loud, clear voice, can you please introduce yourself? Spell your first name and your last name.
My name is Justin Aylaian, Justin, last name Aylaian.
And how old are you, sir?
I'm 32,
And what town do you live in?
still Massachusetts.
Did you grow up there?
I did, yes.
Okay. And what schools did you go to there?
I went to Neshoba Regional for high school. That's a tri-town, so it's still Bolton and Lancaster. That's where I attended for grades 9 through 12.
What did you do after high school?
After high school, I immediately went to the University of New Hampshire, where I obtained a bachelor's in business management.
After you graduated from UNH, what did you do?
After UNH, I did a cross-country road trip where I traveled Southwest U.S., and I got a job as a wilderness instructor at a therapy camp in southern Utah.
And what do you mean by a therapy camp?
I worked as a lead counselor for some youth between the ages of roughly 15 to 18, and there was some early adults as well that were above 18. And they came to this camp for a variety of different problems, whether it was drug issues, whether it was anger issues, whether they had problems at home. They would come to this camp and we would help build confidence. We'd give them coping mechanisms. We would do that in a wilderness setting. We would teach them primitive living skills, and we would assist them in their transition, going back to their families or whatever they had after.
Okay, so you're telling me that you were in a wilderness camp area thingy and you were helping people who were afflicted with emotional and or other issues in distress. But yet your text messages with your fiance, who is the mother of your child, were very disparaging.
At some point, did you make your way back east?
I did, yes. I was out there for roughly 8 months, and I shortly came back after.
Okay. What did you do when you came back?
When I came back, I shortly thereafter, in the fall of 2017, I enlisted in the United States Army.
Okay. Did you go to boot camp?
I did, yes. I attended boot camp in Fort Benning, Georgia. I enlisted as an infantry. So I attended boot camp in Fort Benning, Georgia. Immediately after boot camp and advanced infantry training, I went to airborne school, which was also at Fort Benning. Right after I graduated from airborne school, I was moved to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and that's where I spent the rest of my tenure in the Army.
Okay, how long was that?
Altogether, I attempted to try to become a Green Beret, where I went to try to go for Special Forces. I went to, it's called SOPC, which is Special Operations Prep Force, prior to selection. And during that training, I was severely injured. I ended up hurting some ligaments and tendons and needed reconstructive surgery on my tendons. So I ended up shortly getting out of the military after that with an honorable discharge in the, I believe, winter of 2019.
So then did you come back up here?
I did, yes. I returned back to Massachusetts shortly thereafter. After that, I worked several different jobs. I ended up at Fidelity for a while. I worked in their 401k department. And then shortly thereafter, I started going through civil service and applying to jobs for to become a firefighter.
Did you eventually get one?
I did, yes. I got on at North Andover Fire Department in August of 2021. It was at that point I also went back to my fire science degree at Anna Maria College, which was obtained roughly a year and a half ago. I got my bachelor's degree in fire science.
So what is your role in the North Andover Fire Department?
I'm a firefighter EMT with the North Andover Fire Department. My job is to protect life and property.
When you say an EMT, do you work as a firefighter full-time or an EMT? How does it work there?
With the rotation that we have, the newest 24 members on the fire department, they're in charge of running the ambulance. So on my shift, what we do is we work 2 weeks on the ambulance, and then that third week rotating off, we either go on the engine or the ladder truck.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're an EMT. You're at the scene and there's a shooting and you just go take the F off. You don't stay around and stick around and say, what the hell happened? Who's injured? How can I help? You're a first responder. You fudging ran away. Oh boy.
Do you know a person by the name of Kelsey Fitzsimmons?
I do, yes.
How and when did you first meet her?
It was September of 2023. She had reached out to me on Facebook. She had seen a picture of me posted on the North Andover Fire Department page. She was recently going to be getting hired as a North Andover Police Officer, and she reached out to me on Facebook.
Fair to say you developed a relationship with her?
We did very quickly, yes.
Okay. At some point, did it become more than casual?
Yep, it became more than casual very quickly. Both of us developed feelings very quickly, and that developed into a relationship very quickly as well. And it was about roughly 6 months after that we had initially met that that Kelsey and I had moved in together.
And where did you move in?
She had owned a home at 125 Phillips Brooks in North Andover. My lease had ended that May of 2024. And at that point, we decided that we were going to live together and I wasn't going to renew my current lease that I had.
And I'm sorry, remind me, were you on the fire department? You were on the fire department.
I was, yes.
So were you living in North Andover at the time?
I was living in North Andover, yes.
At some point, you guys were living together. You had a baby?
That is correct.
Okay. And when was a boy or girl?
Boy.
Okay. How old now?
He is 13 months old.
Okay. And what's his date of birth?
2/16/2025.
So he was born while you were living together at 125 Phillips Brook?
Yes.
At some point, and I'm going to turn your attention to the weekend of July 28th, 29th, going into Monday the 30th, okay?
Okay.
Did your relationship become strained in any way? Just yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And as a result of that, did you decide to do something on June 30th, that Monday?
Yes, I ended up obtaining a restraining order.
Okay. Now I'm going to just step back for a second, and we're going to talk about that day in particular, okay?
Okay.
At some point, were you communicating with the defendant at all?
Yes.
How so?
It started in the morning. It was both text and phone calls that we were going back and forth with each other. I had requested to see my son. I wanted to make sure that he was okay. She had sent many disturbing messages back and forth to me.
Where were you on the 30th, on that Monday? Were you living at 125 Phillipsbrook?
That was my permanent legal residence, but I was at my parents' house that day.
Okay. Had you gone, when was the last time you had been there?
It would have been June 27th, I believe, the day before our planned bachelor.
Okay. At any point, did you go back there to retrieve some items, the guns or anything like that?
Yes, the day prior, I had gone to obtain, I knew that I needed to pick up my firearms. I had feared for my son, and I thought that his life was in danger and grave risk.
I object to any further questioning on this on plausibility grounds and on relevance grounds to whether Ms. Fitzsimmons assaulted a policeman in bedroom with just the two.
I'm just gonna take the objections one at a time. That objection sustained, I will strike.
You own firearms.
Yes, sir.
How many?
Roughly 9.
And where were they kept in the home?
They were kept upstairs in the closet. There was a large rifle safe. Several of them were kept in there. And then I had one firearm that I would keep in our bedroom that was in a green chest directly. If you were to walk into the bedroom, it was on the left side in the green chest, directly next to the door frame, locked up in my green safe.
Okay. So if you walk into your home through the door,
Yes,
front door, the stairs to upstairs, fair to say, are almost right in front of you?
correct.
Okay. Now, as you walk up the stairs, there are 2 rooms at the top.
Yes.
There's a landing and 2 rooms at the top, correct?
Yes.
The safe that you had described, the green safe, which way would you go to get to the green safe?
You would take a right into the bedroom, and then the first foot that you would step into the bedroom, it was directly on your left, on the ground.
That was a bad question. What color is the safe, the rifle safe?
The rifle safe was black.
Black. Okay. I want to talk about that first. I apologize. Now, where was that?
If you were to go up the stairs and you were on the landing, you would take a left. You would go into that room right there, and then it was in that closet directly on the left side of the room.
Okay. And it's a rifle safe, meaning it has a lock?
Yes.
What kind of lock?
I believe it was a keypad lock.
Do you know if the defendant had any firearms?
Yes.
How many?
I couldn't be exact. She just got her license to carry returned to her. I don't know the exact number of firearms that were returned to her.
Okay. What kind were they?
Several handguns.
Handguns? Okay. When you went on the 29th to retrieve your handguns, where did you go?
I went directly upstairs and I went into that gun safe, the rifle safe that was on the left side of the landing, and I retrieved my firearms from there first.
Okay. And then you talked about a green safe.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. You walk up the stairs, the landing is there, you go to the right, which is the bedroom, correct?
Correct.
The other room, is that the one with the crib in it?
Correct.
Okay. Now, if you go right to your left, you had described to on the floor, correct?
Yes.
You had one gun in there?
Yes.
Did you see any other guns in there when you opened that?
No, I did not.
So are we now talking about the green safe?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
I'm confused too. We got a picture of this.
Okay.
See that screen?
I do, yes.
You recognize what that is?
Yes.
So describe where the photo taker, the picture taker would be standing in that home.
They'd be standing on the landing as immediately as you go up to the stairs to the second floor in between the 2 rooms.
Okay, and that's the one on the left that we had been describing,
Yes.
correct? I'm going to show you what's been previously marked.
The one on the left, meaning the room on the left?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit number 45. Can you see that?
Yes.
Do you recognize what that is?
I do, yes.
What is it?
That is the nursery. That's the closet with my clothes in it. And behind my clothes is the black rifle safe.
Okay. And that is, when you're standing on the landing, that is the room to the left. And the closet in that room is where the rifle safe is?
Correct.
And I'm sorry if I asked this already. Did you see any of the defendant's guns in that rifle safe?
Yes.
How many? Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly. I believe there was 2, but I don't remember the exact amount.
Now, bear with me. I'm going to take it step by step. I'm going to show you exhibit number 49. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes, that is taken from the landing going up to the second floor on the right side that's facing our bedroom with my green safe on the floor.
Okay, so the picture taker is on the landing, correct?
Correct.
The stairs are pretty much behind them.
Directly behind.
And I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit number 51. Do you recognize that room, first of all?
Yes, I recognize the room.
And that's the same room we were just talking about?
Yes.
The green safe is the box on the left corner of the picture?
Yes, and on the ground, that the large chest, the box, yes.
Okay, so this is the safe you were talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know what that box is?
I do not know.
Have you seen that box before?
I may have, but I don't remember seeing it.
When you went on the 29th and retrieved your gun out of that safe, and you didn't see any of the defendant's guns in that safe, correct?
I don't believe so, sir.
Do you remember that box being on top?
That box was not there, sir.
Now I'm going to turn your attention, now that we're on the 29th, I'm going to turn your attention to the 30th. You had stated that you had been calling and texting the defendant throughout that day, correct?
Yes.
Were there any plans attempted to be made by anyone?
She had made several attempts to try to get me to meet her at the Common via text message. She had reached out and said, "Can we meet the Common at 2 p.m.?" My initial response back to that was, "For what?" She then again tried to get me to reason with me to meet me at the Common again. And at that point, I said I had no gas. There was no way for me to get there. And she tried to meet up at several points. And I told her that was not comfortable. I did not feel comfortable being alone with you. I wanted to make sure my son was okay. And I feared that his life was in danger.
Now he's just going off on a tangent.
Where were you when the texting back and forth was happening?
I believe I was at my parents' house in Stowe.
Okay. At some point, did you make your way to North Andover?
I did, yes.
Why?
I felt that my son's life was in grave danger and that imminent harm may come to him in the hands of Kelsey.
Okay. So as a result of that,
Hold on, there's an objection.
There's an objection.
Just as the state of mind, not the.
so where did you go?
I went to my friend Hunter Hassam's house. He was renting an apartment in North Andover at the time.
Did you call anybody to meet you there?
I don't know if I had made the calls or they had called me, but I had called my sister Courtney. I told her that I was going to North Andover. I had feared for my son and that I didn't know what was going to happen, but I had called her and I was in contact with Kelsey's maid of honor, Katrina, and her bridesmaid, Michelle.
So Katrina, Michelle, Courtney, Hunter, and you?
Yes, sir.
Are you all in Hunter's house right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Without saying what was said between was there anybody else there? Because I have 5.
I believe Hunter's girlfriend at the time, she was there as well. I believe she was present.
Okay. Now, were you communicating when you were there with the defendant at all?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
There were text messages that were being exchanged just over Caden, our son, and just general messages back and forth.
Okay. Did you ever agree to go meet her at the park?
No, sir.
Okay. At some point, did you learn through the text messages anyway that she knew you were at Hunter's?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us about that, please?
All of us were at Hunter's. We were all discussing the events that had occurred and what we could do to ensure Caden's safety, which is our son, but also Kelsey and everyone else around. At one point, Kelsey had messaged my phone.
I'm sorry. To the extent, Judge, that questions are open-ended, producing narrative answer or object. And, there's been all sorts of objections sustained about his answer. So I would ask the court to maybe direct the Commonwealth to make more specific questions so that it doesn't produce an answer that's half okay and half non-responsive and objectionable.
So the objection's overruled. If you could just try to just answer the question to the best of your ability, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, next question.
Thank you. Did she, meaning the defendant, say something to you to indicate that she knew you were at Hunter's?
She
Yes,
had,
yes or no?
yes.
Okay, what did she say?
I don't remember the exact verbiage, but it was, what are you doing? Something along the lines of, what are you doing at Hunter's? What is happening? Why are you with my friends? Something along those lines.
Okay. Now, without getting into the conversation that you had with your friends and with your sister, was a decision made for you to go somewhere to do something?
Yes.
Okay. And what was that?
To go to Lawrence to obtain a restraining order attached with temporary custody of Caden.
Okay. And did you do that?
Yes.
Where did you go? Do you remember?
I don't remember the exact, it was family probate court, I believe it was, but I'm not 100% sure.
And who did you go with?
I went with my sister Courtney.
Okay. Now, did you fill out paperwork while you were there?
I did, yes.
Did anyone assist you in filling that out?
Yes, my sister helped me, and then there was also someone with the court system. I don't know who the name was, but they assisted as well.
Fair to say you went in front of a judge, an order was issued, and then you left the building, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you go when you left the building?
I immediately went to the North Andover Police Department.
When you got there, did you have a conversation, without saying what was said, with some of the police personnel there?
Yes.
Did you give them anything?
I believe I handed them the restraining order, and they said that it was already faxed to them.
Okay. At some point, did they leave?
They did, yes.
And what did you do?
I waited at the police station while they went to the Kelsey Fitzsimmons home.
Okay. And at some point, did you get a call?
I did, yes.
From who?
I believe it was from Officer Daly. He had called to inform me to come to the residence and get custody of my son.
So did you go?
I did, yes.
Did you go with anybody else?
My sister and I, we both went to the house. We took 2 separate cars.
Did you get there at the same time?
Yes.
What happened when you got there?
At that point, we both walked into the house. Officer Daly was downstairs. 2 officers were upstairs, and Kelsey's mother was holding the baby in the living room. At that point, I obtained Caden from her mother, and then we initially started to put him in a car seat. And then once he started crying, we figured it might be best, my sister and I, to get him ready for transport, to bring him back to Stowe outside.
Okay, so who carried Caden out?
My sister Courtney did.
And what did you do?
I asked if I could obtain some clothes while I was there. I just needed something so I could live day to day, as I had no clothes or any of my son's.
Was this the first time you went out, or did you go back in the house a second time, if you remember?
This was the first. I went out the first time, and then I came back in.
Okay, so the first time you went out, Courtney went out with Caden.
Yes, I came back in.
Out, or did you go back in the house a second time, if you remember?
This was the first. I went out the first time, and then I came back in.
Okay, so the first time you went out, Courtney went out with Caden.
Yes.
What did you take, if you remember?
I believe I had a car seat in my hand.
Okay. At some point, you came back
Yes.
and you asked permission to do something?
Yes, I asked permission to get some clothes and a few clothes for Caden and some of his bottles and formula.
Okay, so where did you go?
I went down to the basement that was under construction at the time. There was no lights on, so I believe I had my camera, my phone out with the light on it, and I was searching for a suitcase that I had down there just to throw some clothes in.
At some point, was your attention drawn to something?
Yes.
What happened?
I immediately heard an officer's commands. I heard an officer scream out, "Stop, don't do it." At that point, I had heard several gunshots ring out, and I heard Kelsey's mother screaming.
What did you do then?
At that point, I immediately ran through the garage, which was connected just to the basement. There was no wall there. Again, we're putting up a wall, so I ran straight through there. I fumbled with the lock for a second to get it open, as there was no light down there. As I got it open, I threw the door open, and I ran around the side of the house, screaming for my sister to run.
And so where did you go? Did you see your sister?
I believe I saw her briefly. I did see her running down past the school that was adjacent to our property.
with Caden?
Correct, yes.
And so what did you do?
At that point, as I saw my sister run, I knew that we needed a vehicle for transportation to get out of there, to get out of the area as fast as possible, fearing for my son's life, for my sister's life.
Sustain, just what you did.
I got into my vehicle. I believe I had made eye contact very briefly with Officer Houston, who was grabbing his medical bag out of his patrol vehicle. I got into my truck and I immediately pulled a U-turn and drove where I saw my sister running from. Once I got to the other end of the school, I had stopped my vehicle, and at that point, I didn't see which direction my sister had gone. So I had stood outside my car yelling her name repeatedly. I wasn't sure where she was or if she was okay. And then
At some point, did she appear?
she did appear. She came running out behind another house across the way, and she came running over towards me.
And what happened when she got to you?
She got in the vehicle, and then we quickly drove down the road to get away towards Mass Ave in North Andover.
And where did you eventually go?
We eventually made our way back to Stowe, Massachusetts, my parents' residence.
Thank you.
Just a fun fact. We lived on Mass Ave in Cambridge. So I know this is North Andover, but Mass Ave is pretty big. That's right, Mass Ave in Cambridge. I know Mass Ave.
Let me just have 1 second.
Yes.
I don't know where Mass Ave in North Andover versus Mass Ave in Camp they run through.
The guns that you and the defendant
Yeah.
had, were they ever kept in the basement?
No,
Is there a gun safe in the basement?
there was never a gun safe in the basement.
Did you have a way of remotely accessing the surveillance cameras?
I could look at them.
Did you before you went over?
Remotely accessing them, I was able to view them, yes.
Okay, when you did you see the defendant's car in the driveway?
No,
Okay, is that where she usually parked?
yes, always.
Okay, and when I asked you that question, what time frame were we talking about?
During the day, what time?
Yeah.
It must have been roughly 5 o'clock, 5 p.m.
So after Kelsey goes to the hospital, did you have access to those cameras? Asking for a friend. I know they got dismantled when you went to the basement, when you broke in. He's like, this is my legal residence. I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay, cross-examination?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So a lot of talk about gun safes. The safe that you mentioned with your rifles in it, that was in the baby's room, correct?
Correct, yes.
And that's the room as you go up the stairs to the left, you hit the landing, you go make a left, you're in the baby's room, correct?
Correct.
And then you visited the house on the 29th to retrieve your guns, right?
Yes.
And it's fair to say that you spent about 60 seconds with the baby.
I would say that's not true.
Kelsey had to tell you, do you want to see your baby? Do you want to hold your baby? And you held your baby for about a minute. Isn't that right?
I was at the property for roughly 30 minutes.
Answer my question.
Okay.
Is that true?
Yes.
So with respect to the gun safe in the bedroom to the right, up until then, that was your and Kelsey's bedroom, correct?
Correct, yes.
And there was a green safe in that bedroom, right?
Yes, sir.
And on the 29th, you went to that bedroom and you retrieved some of your firearms from that green safe, correct?
Yes, sir.
In fact, that was your grandfather's safe, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
And you wanted to take that with you, didn't you?
I did, yes, sir.
And you took Kelsey's guns out of that safe and you put them on the bed so that you could take only your guns and your grandfather's safe. Isn't that correct?
I did not take the gun safe, sir.
Isn't that what your intention was until Kelsey asked you not to?
I did leave the gun safe, yes, sir.
You left it because Kelsey asked you to leave it because she needed a place to safely keep her guns, right?
I don't know if that was her intention, sir.
So let's just go back a minute. You said that you went into that safe, you didn't see any other guns, you took your guns and you left. Isn't it true that you took Kelsey's guns, which you did see in the safe, you put them on the bed, and you tried to take the safe?
I do not remember if I took any of her guns out of the safe, sir. I don't remember seeing any of her firearms in that green safe. I only remember seeing them in the black safe.
So, I mean, you were very interested in getting your stuff out of that house on a couple occasions. This is your chance to get your grandfather's gun safe out of there, and it's your testimony that you just decided to leave it?
The only priority was removing my firearms. That was secondary because it was holding my safe, and it meant a safe transport way to move that firearm out of the house in a secure manner.
And when you left Kelsey with her firearms, and you took yours, and you went back to still with your father, correct?
Yes, sir, I took my firearms.
Now, you said you were, just want to get it right. You said that you work at the North Andover Fire Department, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Do you work there presently?
Yes, sir.
Are you on schedule?
No, sir.
Why not? He opened the door.
Relevancy? Yeah, I'll hear you sidebar.
Oh no! we know why you're not. We know why you're not. Can they get into it? Can they get into it? Oy, oy. It's another sidebar. 3 sidebars. I don't want to go to sidebar unless we have to. Oh, is he gonna get into it? Come on, Bradle. I would venture to say no. Because it doesn't necessarily happen to be.
Sidebar.
It doesn't happen to necessarily be what the facts are in the bedroom.
Sidebar.
So he's limited.
You're not on the schedule, and you're not presently able to work for that department, isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
And the reason you were placed on suspension or administrative leave, whatever you call it, is because you have been caught on video many, many times using drugs that are in violation of your department and the town policy, correct?
Allegations were placed against me, and the town has a responsibility to do their due diligence and investigate that matter.
So that's a yes?
It's a good question. Good answer.
Yes, sir.
When did that go into place?
I don't have the exact date, but roughly a week or two ago.
Do you know the duration of this suspension or whatever you want to call it? Oh, sorry.
Let's move on, Mr. Brado.
Sure.
Let's move on. He can't get into it.
Nothing further.
I was writing lots of notes furiously.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, that's it.
Commonwealth can call its next witness.
Oh, oh man. I was hoping to get more. Well, I mean, they wanted to keep it simple and they want to keep it what's in the bedroom. But now here's Patrick Noonan. Wow. So Patrick Noonan is coming up. Wowzers. All right. All right, here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Ooh. Oh, I'm not sharing with you. Sorry. Oh, boy.
solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this cause now hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and stop this here and get him going. So I'm going to end this and then we'll pick back up with. Thanks for watching Legalese 123. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe for more content.